Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Before we get into things today, please gently tap that like button. It really does help me out and it is greatly appreciated. Now then, today we really need to get cracking with the BMW E66 Ally. So we're going to begin the full LCI conversion. So as you guys know, I bought an entire parts car, an LCI parts car, to swap over pretty much all of the body panels, so front and rear bumpers, bonnet, tailgate, wings, headlights, taillights, all that good stuff to swap over onto my pre-LCI 760 Ally. So we're going to begin today. The plan is at least to remove the front end, so the front bumper, headlights, and then we'll see really how much time we have left today, but then yeah, we'll go from there. So I think without further ado, we'll get outside and let's get cracking. Okay then, so let's begin the teardown of the front end on this pre-LCI 760 Ally. And like I said, we are going to start with the front bumper. Now, believe it or not, the majority of the bolts holding the front bumper in place are actually hidden. They are hidden behind this trim piece here that holds the PDC sensors in place, so we will have to remove this trim piece. It just pops out. You just need a little pry tool, pop that out. Also the number plate bracket as well, that needs to be removed. And then there is, I believe, just two bolts on the top, one there, one there. There will be a couple in either side in the wheel arch liners, so one holding the bumper to the wing or the fender, and then there's kind of like a push rivet. As you can see, mine's not even attached, but there is also one more in there as well, so that will need to be removed. But yeah, let's get cracking. Okay, so I'm going to start on the two screws that hold the wheel arch liner to the front bumper. To make life easy for yourself, just turn the wheel inward so you have more access. But let's get these two removed. Very interesting. We don't even appear to have a screw in place here. I guess that must have rusted and fallen out, so that's going to save us a little bit of time. So the wheel arch liner should now be free from the front bumper. But anyway, we're on the other side now. Let's get the two screws removed. And are they in place this side? Yes, I think they are. So again, the bumper should be away from the wheel arch liner, which it is. So now what we're going to want to do is pry away these trim pieces that hold the parking sensors in place. Just get a little plastic trim piece tool. Now, I'm not going to be overly careful because I don't think I'm going to be keeping this bumper. Obviously, we are going to be swapping it anyway. But of course, if you do want to keep this intact, then be as careful as possible not to chip the paint away. But using something like a plastic trim tool, you should be pretty safe. But yeah, you just want to get behind there. And once you can get your hand on it, you should be able to pull it away. There we are. Don't worry about that. That's just the towing eye cover. Just going to disconnect the parking sensor on there. And just pull this round and then out. And again, disconnect the parking sensor. And there we go. And as you can see, I've done the exact same on the other side as well. Now we need to remove this center number plate bracket now. And the number plate itself is held in by a couple of screws, and there's a chance that this has gone all the way through the bracket and into the bumper itself. So I'm just going to remove these, just two Phillips screws. Okay, they're not too big, so they may not have gone all the way through. And again, this should just pop out. Oh no, that's a lie. There is two Phillips screws, so we need to remove those first. And now it should just pop out. There we go. There we are. There's that removed. And now I'm not too sure if I mentioned this or not, but there is in fact a couple of screws at the bottom as well, hidden behind this trim piece, which should just pull out. Just add in by a couple of clips. There we are, that's that removed. So yeah, there's a Phillips screw there, but I don't think that's holding the bumper in place. But yeah, there's a Torx screw, and there is one on the other side where there should be another trim piece, but it's actually missing from the other side. So yeah, get this removed, get the other side removed, and now I think we should have access to all of the bolts. Okay, so the top two Torx bolts, they are T30s, I believe, and I think the rest, for the most part, are T25. So yeah, we have two in the middle here, these two, and then these two here at the bottom. I can't see any more at the moment, so we'll get those removed and then see where we're at. So let's just go ahead and remove the two Torx 30 screws at the top. So it actually feels like there is some resistance behind this fog light cover, so for the sake of one Phillips screw, I'm going to remove that and pull this out, and yes, we do have another screw. So just pretty much disregard everything that I've said. So yeah, just one Phillips screw to remove this fog light surround. Pop out the way. There's one Torx screw here. And one Torx screw here. There we go. And now I'm pretty confident that this bumper should now lift off. There we are. There we go. I'm just going to lift it onto this stool here. And of course we don't have anything to disconnect, do we? Because the parking sensors, they're already disconnected, so this can now be lifted up and out to the side. Okay, so next thing then is to remove the headlights, and you're probably wondering why have I went ahead and removed the airboxes completely. Well, the headlights themselves are just had in by 4 screws, I believe, these 8mm screws here. There's one there, one there. There should be one down there on this side, but there's actually one missing. And then there should also be one down here as well. Now, this one here on both sides had completely rusted in. It had already rounded off, so I think somebody has already been in here to remove these before. So yeah, to gain access to cut the bolt, I've had to remove the airboxes. I couldn't get a drill bit down there, so yeah, that's what I've had to do. So I think now all that should be holding these in place is these screws on the top here. So let's get these removed. Okay, so there should be a couple of electrical connectors to disconnect, but apart from that, these headlights should pull out now. And this big electrical connector should push up. There we are. That should pull off. Okay, that's one headlight removed then. There we go. There's that headlight removed. Okay, so yeah, someone has definitely been in here before. I mean, just look at these washer jets. That's just completely snapped off of here. And looks like somebody has tried to, I don't know, seal that on with silicone or something. That's just a mess. And it's pretty much the same story on the other side as well, although there's not even any screws in this one. So it's a good job we're actually replacing these brackets anyway. Remove the LCI brackets from the parts car. So yeah, these are all just broken up. So yeah, let's get these two removed, and then what I think I'm going to do is probably call it a day there. I'm going to remove those, give everything a good clean down, and then we'll pick this up tomorrow more than likely. Okay, so it is in fact the next day now, and as you can see, I did go ahead and remove those original headlight brackets, and I gave the front end a good clean down, so that is ready to receive the new headlight and front bumper. Now I think I'm actually going to wrap this video up here. I think I'm going to probably have the front end LCI conversion in probably 3 parts. So obviously you have seen the first part. I think the next part will be stripping down the rest of the front end, so the bonnet, the hood and the wings slash fenders, and then I think the final part will more than likely be rebuilding everything back up. But yeah, this is where we're going to end it here. I don't want to make these parts any longer than they need to be, but I do of course want to go in as much detail as possible, just so any of you guys that want to follow along, it just makes it a little bit easier. But yeah, this is how we are currently looking. Not too bad. But yeah, like I said, I am going to wrap this video up now. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Please, of course, stick around for the next part. Give it a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I will see you all in that next one. Peace.